Oil prices are flying this week. A double whammy, really, of really positive news as far as the oil prices are concerned. Really good news, actually, as far as the rest of us are concerned. As well, the vaccine announcement earlier on this week from Pfizer, alluding to their late stage trial of their vaccine, is going extremely well, more than 90% successful. So we're just waiting now final approval, of course, for this vaccine. But the hope is that this is something that can start being rolled out as early as late this year. So this is the first real positive results we've had at this late stage. There are a number of other vaccine candidates. Moderna, a similar technology as far as the vaccines are concerned, but also AstraZeneca and Oxford and others as well. So this is some really positive news. The first real sense of extremely positive news as far as a vaccine is concerned. The first promise that we really have that we could have a widely available vaccine by the middle of next year. So this has come at a really good time as far as these markets are concerned. We're already seeing a strong rally really over the course of the week leading up to this announcement, but this really did go into hyperdrive at the start of the week, and oil prices really did feel the brunt of this. We have to remember that while stock markets had largely recovered since the pandemic kicked in earlier on this year, driven partially by monetary stimulus and also the outperforming tech sector. The same wasn't true in the oil space, despite a massive production cut from OPEC plus. Oil prices have continued to linger around the $40 mark, even during some good months. So this vaccine news is the first real set of extremely positive news as far as these oil prices are concerned. And we've seen what impact that this has had. We saw a massive surge in oil price over the last few days, taking us now through the top end of their post-summer ranges to 2-month highs as far as WTI and Brent are concerned. The other piece of news that we saw that was really positive was from OPEC. We heard from Saudi Energy Minister Abdulaziz bin Salman, who suggested that the markets are effectively underpricing or underestimating the kind of tweaks that could come from OPEC Plus as far as that January production hike is concerned, which is projected to be around or was forecast to be around a 2 million barrel hike based on what OPEC Plus had previously said. So that was the plan as far as January is concerned, taking production from the cut down from 7.7 million barrels to 5.7 million barrels. But he's now suggesting that that tweak could be more significant than what the analysts are projecting. So another piece of really bullish news as far as oil prices are concerned. The impact that this has had is to see, as I said, oil prices surge to 2-month highs. You look at a Brent crude chart, for example, and we can see that we're now pushing right at the upper end of where we've traded here with 45, 50, 46, now providing a bit of a ceiling above the post-summer ranges, but the longer term range, the post-COVID range, now around the 45, 50, 46 region is coming under strain. Already we have seen that tested over the course of the last couple of days, and it looks as though that could come under further severe pressure, especially when we look at the outlook at the end of the year. The major downside risk obviously remains COVID itself. We are in the midst of a severe second wave. The reason why we are seeing so many people working from home, including myself, is because of the lockdown restrictions that we are seeing. For example, here in the UK and other parts of Europe, we are likely to see more restrictions in the US as well. So that's going to temper near-term demand outlook. But the fact that we are seeing these tweaks now as far as the further demand forecasts on the back of this vaccine news, as well as these tweaks that the Saudi energy minister is alluding to, is why why people are feeling a lot more optimistic. But that downside risk very much still remains if this wave that we're seeing currently is far more severe than is currently anticipated. As I say, though, beyond that, people are feeling more optimistic because this is one announcement from one vaccine candidate, and many more, or more, should I say, could follow over the course of the coming weeks. So oil prices now looking much more bullish. And if we can see a break at that 45, 50, 46 region, then $50 does then look a lot more plausible at least than it did even a few weeks ago based on this double whammy of positive news. So I think oil prices are going to remain volatile, are going to remain very interesting. And all of a sudden, for the first time in a long time, we can say that oil prices are looking much more bullish.